Cello Views on Air, bringing you a special guest once again here at Soundspace Studio. Sponsored by Air Park Torn and Auto Repair, Air Park Auto Body. We bring you someone I've known for years now. I think it's been, what you got, man? Más de 10 años. I think it's been more than 10 years, more than a decade. Right, Fabi? It's been a long time. Long time coming, too. We've been talking about getting together with Jessy Alvarez. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity that you bringing me onto your podcast.
No, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to bring in, some knowledge behind, what you know, your experiences. But landscaping is not an easy job, and it's not an easy industry either. So I que ponerle huevos, ¿me entendés?
Yeah.
You gotta give it your all, and you're doing well, man. I'm really proud of you. And Gonzalez Landscaping has been established for a while now, and it's something that's growing. It's a company that's growing little by little, and by your hand, and your father has done tremendous work, to get it to a level where it's at now. And I've known you for so long now that I'm proud to see, that you've gone this route to take on this business, because it's not easy. It's not easy being young and taking on this craft that was created by your father. And you can only do better and learn from what you've already experienced. So I'm proud of you. I'm happy to have you here on the podcast of Cello Views. Thank you so much. We have your family here, your brother. Mm-hmm. This, like I said, is a family-owned business here in the Maryland. Where are you? Tell me. Let's talk about, man. Like growing up, man. We've known each other in what, like freshman year. You were a freshman. I was probably sophomore year.
Sophomore year, yeah. You were sophomore.
Shout out Sherwood, man. Warriors all day, man. I can't believe it's about to be 10 years in June since I graduated.
Ya lo estamos poniendo viejo.
Yeah, man. And, and look at you taking care of business, man. Taking care of yourself, your fam, and just putting your name out there, man. Growing up at Sherwood, man, what was your mindset like? Did you see yourself doing this?
Honestly, no. My first career path choice was the automotive industry. I wanted to work on cars. I love cars since I was a kid. I mean, I was always around. I was always hands-on with stuff. But I never thought at any point that I would hop into the landscape industry. Honestly, I do not. I don't know. But one day, I would help my dad out and things like that. And he was like, mijo, ponete las pilas, because, you always got to have a plan B. Can't always stick with plan A. You always got to have two options, because life is not fair. And then one's going to feed you and the other one is your backup plan. Just in case plan A fails, you got your plan B.
You were part of the Edison program, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I remember that. Tell me about that experience, because I would see people leave school early. I'd be like, I want to go, and not just go just because I wanted to get out of school, but to learn something, to learn, because at the same time, I don't know, man, I didn't take that route, but I would see people do that, and I'd wonder. I only wonder how it'd be. Tell me about that.
Let me put it like this. You had the advantage of leaving early, pero si aprovechaste, you learned something. And if you didn't, hey, screw it. You had a half day. Pretty much, you had a half day.
Eso no querías tener un half day.
I mean, shit. Yo aprovechaba de vez en cuando.
What were you doing a half day? What were you doing? Tell me.
Look, on the half day, they didn't bring us into Edison, but when we would go, we would only be there until like 1:30 p.m. After that, you could go home.
What did they teach you at Edison? What were you? You were looking into automobile industry, right? So
yeah, automotive industry for dealership training.
You leave Sherwood, hop on the bus, head over there. What was the process like?
So pretty much as soon as you got over there, you get to chill for like 20 minutes, eat your food. If you didn't do it then, they gave you time to relax. Get ready, get situated. So pretty much, you'd have your classroom, learn the basics, the fundamentals, pretty much learn from the book, study it, learn that. And then they would transition. There was 12:30, 12 o'clock frame. You'd go into the lab, what we would call it, and you'd put the training from the books into the vehicles. you know?
So you were hands-on on the vehicles. So your plan A was automobile industry. You want to go ahead and work on cars. You have a big vision. I've seen your vehicles too. You've put some good wheels in them joints, good rims. That's something too, you know. My brother's into that too. He loves cars, man. And I've never been a big fan of cars, but I've seen yours. And what happened? What is it okay for me to ask? Was it the conversation with your father that made you go towards Plan B, or was it what made you not go with Plan A? I mean, if you were hands-on and you were going to Edison, what stopped you? Here's
the thing. I pursued my automotive career. It just, the money wasn't right. The hours weren't right. Let's just put it like this. You were overwhelmed, you know? And at the end of the day, you're working for these big corporations that at the end of the day will never care about you. Mm-hmm. They will never care about you. It's not like, you know, something that my dad established, a family-owned business that's already there. Why not continue his legacy? Why let everything fall out of place when something's already built and established, and continue his legacy? Because there's going to be a day where I'm not going to have my dad anymore, but I want to continue his name to a higher level. You know,
I mean, Juan Gonzalez Landscaping.
Yeah.
There's power to it. That name Juan, man.
Yeah.
That name Juan ain't just any name.
Well,
you gotta be one and only for real.
There you go.
One and only. If you ain't one and only.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely one and only. Juan Gonzalez Landscaping. I was able to come out and take some, you know, pictures and do some work with you to see the projects you got going on. Back then, did you used to go work with your father a lot?
Oh, yeah. See, for me, he ain't have to force me to come out. It was more of a willing thing to me.
Ya va con la...
No. Hey, look, if el que tenía que verguiar era Juan Carlos, my older brother. A él sí.
Vamos a tener que saber sobre eso.
A él sí.
We're going to have to learn about that.
A mí me decía, hey, vamos. I was apegado to my dad.
Okay.
Know? I always like to be there, you know.
You wake up early and all?
I was the one knocking on his door. Hey, vas a trabajar, papi, ahora. And they're not going to let me lie. He's not going to let me lie because he would hear it.
There's truth to it.
He'd be like, shut the hell up. Go to sleep.
What will you do? What will your father tell you? Okay, dijo, vamos a trabajar.
Yeah.
What was your job?
Me, at the time, was pretty much just learn. He never forced me to, you know, tenés que hacer esto, like right now, yeah, sí, pero, you know, he would be like, you know, learn something, use it. But of course, you know, when you'd help him out and you'd screw up, of course, you know, typical Hispanic dad, ¿para qué vas a la escuela? Para nada vas a aprender. And I'd be like, yo, sorry, third period ain't teach me landscaping class. Like, hey, bro. But, you know, it's things over time that you learn, bro, that fall into place, you know. Now that I'm older, you know, everything that my dad has taught me has fallen into place. It has a meaning now. You know, now that I sit back and have the time to realize, you know, all the things that my dad used to tell me when I was younger fall into place now. You don't realize it when you're young, but when you get older, it starts to fall into place.
You talk about your brother not wanting to get up in the morning. I can only tell you about mine. He's here right now. Both of them are here right now. Special shout out to family, own businesses, man. I mean, and just family overall. It's special for you to have that bond with your siblings if you have them. I mean, I know there's people that don't have siblings, but just to have a bond with you. I'm a family member, man. To grow, especially in a big family, you know. I hear a lot of J. You got Juan, Jessy. I believe you have a sister named Jennifer, and
my little brother, which is Gabriel, the only one with a G.
Oh man, why did it go? What happened? They were like, enough J's.
Yeah, because look, you have my dad, who's Juan Carlos Gonzalez. Then you got Juan Jr. Then you got Jennifer, and you got Jessy. My mom's called Guillermina, so why not add another G?
Your mom was like, why are you taking all the damn...
Yeah, pretty much.
All the initials were just going to your father, bro. That's crazy. Your mom was, I've had it, bro.
I'm claiming the last one.
I've been popping out these kids all these years, and you're going to just leave me with one now. Tell me about Gabriel. How he doing, man?
He's doing good, man. I mean, from what I know, he's doing good. He's striving. He's living. He's enjoying life, man. So that's all I can say. I mean, I talked to him. But what he has in his mental or how he's feeling, only he can explain it himself in better words than I can.
And it comes with time. I feel like,
Exactly.
there's a process in this life that, that we have to go through. I mean, life is not easy.
Of course,
There's people that have so much going on in their lives. And yeah, you may think that it's not a lot, but you only yourself can know what you feel, what your mind is telling you.
Exactly.
Because negative thoughts will it will eat you up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully he's good. And with time, he's able to, get himself together, man. I'm pretty sure that, all y'all got potential. There's growth in everybody. And you can only grow if you allow yourself to.
Exactly.
And, we could sit here all day and talk about, how much growth we've done during the years. But it's good. It's good that he's still living with y'all.
Oh, my.
Gabriel?
No. He oh man, he's like I said, he's doing good.
See, look, man, that's
doing good.
Hey, props to him. God bless him. And
Amen.
How's your sister?
She's good, man. She's a teacher for MCPS.
Ooh,
so, yeah.
That's what's up. We gotta get her on the pod, dog.
Hey,
we gotta get her on the pod because we gotta talk about what she got. Cause teaching, man, is not easy.
No, it's not.
It's another career that we need more teachers. We need more of everything, man. And landscaping is one of the things we need out there because we gotta keep these communities beautiful, man.
You gotta keep them clean,
especially communities that there's not much attention being put on. They're just being left behind, due to certain circumstances. And I feel like as a community, we could come together and help them. I mean, there's times when, I work for Air Park Towing, and there's time when people need a tow truck, and, hey, we can help as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? Because people need that help. People need that hand. And that's what this podcast, talk show, whatever you want to call it, is about. And I'm so happy to have you here along with your brother, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
I want to learn all about you guys. Jay Gonzalez, your father, of how it started, the early beginnings, the memories you guys may have. I've never done this on my podcast, but I'm gonna get out from the podcast and I'm gonna bring in your brother because I'm pretty sure he has a lot to say.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot to say to each other because Jay Gonzalez, if you guys are looking for any landscaping needs, make sure you guys call him. What's the phone number?
301-760-0056.
Which areas here in the DMV do you guys
all of Montgomery County, certain parts of Darnestown. I don't go too far, but every single part of Montgomery County that you can think of, we service.
Okay, sea que venga, no importa que sea en Baltimore, no joda. Ahí vamos a llegar con todos los poderes. How can I find you on Instagram?
J.Gonzalez_landscaping on Instagram. On Google, just type in J Gonzalez Landscaping or Gonzalez Landscaping, and you'll see my Google information pop up.
No problem, guys. I'm going to go ahead and welcome Juan Gonzalez Jr., someone who has seen this company grow, who can share a lot of knowledge behind it. I want you guys to talk about goals, talk about, just have a conversation, man. I feel at home, making things happen, and let's let people know what you guys are about. And springtime is here. People, you guys need your lawns clean, bro. Yeah, I need them clean. Call them. They got to get booked. Yeah. There's more than enough to be done here. So spring is early. I'm going to welcome Juan. Welcome to Solo Views.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
What's up, man? Come on in.
Thank you. What's up, bro?
I'll be back.
No problem. Hey, bro.
Well. Thank you for having me. Solo Views. Thank you very much. Well, I guess we'll start with the history right now. Puchica. Podemos empezar, bueno, lo más difícil when you try to start the foundation of building a company from scratch. And back then, we're talking about the equipment and materials that were not the same that we have today,
Yeah.
He can tell me stories when he first started that we're talking about a small little lawn boy that was like only, 16 inches, maybe 18 inches?
Probably shorter.
Or shorter. And, you got I don't even know how he did the edges. I'm telling you, I think he probably just used a shovel or scissors. Maybe I see
That's what my dad told me. Yeah, dad would tell me, man. Agarraba scissors, me decía, because the area by Old Georgetown Road, he's always telling me, well, when we would go out, he'd be like, esa orilla antes la hacía con una tijera. Ahora no nada fácil como tú que andas con un weed whacker, me decía.
Todo lo fácil ahorita ya para nosotros, dice.
He was like, tienen una gran ventaja ahora, man. So, you know, it's you know, I love it because, you know, it pretty much teaches us, you know, like he had it rough, he started it, he kept it going, and now, you know, now that we have the technology, why can't we make it grow even more?
Exactly. But now that you mentioned, like, one of the areas at the same time, creciendo, you know, he started forming a team. And in that team, you know, he would also use his brothers. It was a vision that he had, and I can always appreciate that waking up in the morning, you know, you're hungry, porque estás pensando en la familia, estás pensando en los niños, en tus hijos. And then, of course, like you guys said earlier, sí me costaba levantarme in the morning, man. When he would wake up ready, telling our dad, you know, vámonos, you know, ya es tarde. I would tell him, you know, shut up, like, because I would fake sleep. I would fake the sleep. I'd be like, man, pero when you're there, it's like, well, time to learn, you know, time to learn this kind of trade. And now that I'm at this age, ya con canas y todo eso, pero tengo ese gran appreciation about my, what was the reason for my dad to take me out to work, because now I take that energy with me and I have it with me because of him, because of course, el cincho, los cinchazos is something that you'd also remember. But I mean,
it's a discipline.
Man. It was a discipline back then.
Machine. You know? Ahora you can't do that.
No, ahora ya. Pero ya sabes, I can take them back to mis hijos. I can take them to grandpa y que le meta el cincho el mejor. So you can bring that old school. Pero, I mean, wasn't it cool when he would start like naming the areas, like for?
Yeah, because it's funny because when I was little, I didn't know the areas, you know. I didn't know the areas, so pretty much it was just like, andate a, you know, la casa de los conejos, and I'd be like, what? How? What? I'm like, yeah. He was like, no, andate con aquellos, ellos ya conocen, and I'd be like, all right, cool. But that's because he built the trust, and like he said, the team. When I came around into the landscape when I was young, he had a team. He already had the team, the people he could trust. So pretty much he'd be like, you know, vamos a la casa con palo con ojo. And I'd be like, palo con ojo? I was like, trees have eyes? And then when we got to the house, the customer would have eyes nailed to the tree. And I was like, ahora miro porque le dicen palo con ojo. Pero it's the thing with like Spanish people, you know, when you travel or when you go somewhere and you try to ask for directions, you know, they're used to their old ways. Mira, en aquella esquina vas a doblar allá. Y donde llegaste a aquella esquina, va a estar una señora. Si no está esa señora, te pasaste. You're too far. La gordita.
La falda roja, you know, like.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Yeah.
Si no la ves, you've gone too far.
But they all have also like backstories on different names. So that was also cool, kind of going there.
You know.
But I guess like on a more serious thing, like before Jessy was born, you would see the small things that he had first. You know, you start with a red pickup truck, a Ford F-150, and then now like ya look at the whole. We're talking about multiple trucks, multiple trailers, and man, máquinas that we still have in the garage that are from when he first started or his first machine.
Unfortunately, I left one.
Yeah.
I left one, and I replaced everything. That he doesn't know.
Okay.
But the day, you know, Dad decides to come around, he's going to see a bunch of new machinery that, you know, he's going to be like, what the hell happened? But like I told you, as the years keep advancing, technology keeps advancing, which makes the work flow. And it also keeps you it keeps you relaxed because you think pushing a lawnmower all day, like back in the day, was soothing. No, now you can sit, you can ride, you got AC, shoot, man. But that's another thing. You got to invest. Whatever money you receive, you got to invest. That's one thing I keep telling, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but the people that put their ear and mind to something, I'll spread some knowledge to them.
So you see why, Celo, te digo, que yo estoy contento. Like, I'm proud of Jessy because as a kid, him being the first one to wake up, man, there's pictures of him, honestly. There's pictures él con diapers and he's walking around with a Fisher-Price lawnmower that my dad bought. It's like con todo eso. Y cuando ya llegó ese momento where a quien se le iba a quedar el negocio, all of us, Jen, Gabe, myself, we knew Jessy was the perfect person to go ahead and run a family business. And, lo que me encantó también is him grabbing the ideas from each person, from starting from my dad, my mom, myself. Que, I'm glad you grabbed some ideas.
I listen. I don't react. I might not react in the moment. I'll listen, but I won't react because not everything needs a reaction in the moment. Pero uno no llega viejo si no escucha.
Sí, that's true. And now Jessy has thrown in the new school ideas and bueno, solo now we'll see what's gonna happen next. That's the best thing. What's gonna happen next, and I know he's gonna thrive. I know he's already brought in a new system, a new workers, and that I'm just, here for the ride. And if he needs me, cualquier cosa, él ya sabe que yo siempre voy a estar ahí. It's no solo. I got you, bro. Aquí estamos, man. Ya tú sabes.
That's what family's for, bro. That's what family's for. Hard times, easy times. Family's there. You already know. As long as you have the support, communicate. We're always there, bro. We got each other, man. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got.
That's all we got.
It's just your blood.
Hey, look, ya tengo un mayor que ya va a cumplir los 12 años next year. Y yo ya le dije, todos los sábados los quiero que se liste so he can actually go and spend time and learn with his uncle so that he can get that appreciation. And also, I mean, you can actually get your shoes, because you worked real hard. You can actually get your clothes and you get that, it's like what Dad always said. Because
it teaches you something.
Because
what good would it do if Dad gave us the money? Él trabajando y nosotros en la casa de Aragana y él dándolo el dinero. What would have that taught us? Oh, that the money comes easy. We don't got to work for it. That would have made us lazy, real lazy. So if you think about it, Dad was doing us a good. Lo estaba haciendo un bien, So he was teaching us not only does your hard work bring a little, gift to you, but it's also teaching you self-discipline and a life lesson.
That's right.
Even though we were young, it was still teaching us that when we get older, we're going to one day realize, have our own family. And you want to teach them the same way, but in a better way, your manner, but in a better way. Now that you have kids, I'm pretty sure you understand that all those hardships Dad went through.
Bueno, póngalo a trabajar.
Yeah, put him to work. Because nothing's free in this world.
Joven, he's full of energy. So, and like that said, you don't get to learn the value of something unless you purchase it yourself. You work real hard for it. So, because when it's given to you, lo hace fiesta. That's the best way I can say it. You don't value it. That's like if I gave you, that's like when somebody gives you something, you're like, oh, okay. And you put it to the side. You notice that when you give something to somebody, they put it to the side. They don't give it that attention in the moment. But when they work for it and they strive for it, automatically they want to put it into use.
automatically because they've worked for it. They know how hard it has cost them to bring it into their heads. So, that's the perfect example I can give you.
Pues, I'm grateful that, you gave me the opportunity to sit right next to my brother and actually talk about, Juan Gonzalez Landscaping. And yo ahorita, I want you to come back, ask some more better questions. Pero Jessy, love you. And, this is the family business. And we're going to watch it grow. Yeah, yes. You guys are going to see it.
It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens over time. So we'll make it happen.
Thank you.
Man, I think you did better than me. I mean, I don't know, man. This might become a Jay Gonzalez podcast at the end of the day, because that was beautiful. Honestly,
from you, man.
No, honestly, that I appreciate all the knowledge behind everything you guys just shared, all the memories. Definitely couldn't contain my laughter there. How my chuckles back there, but that's cool, man. That just only tells you how much hard work and can pay off. And waking up those mornings, while knowing that you're gonna go to school, you waking up so early. I'm a morning person too. I wake up, I have to go work with my father, my uncles, during the summertime, and even after high school, working in labor and construction. I can sit here and talk about all that too, but Jay Gonzalez Landscaping is a main focus. And how is the hiring process for you?
Hiring process for me?
Yeah, I mean, this is a company,
No, I know.
You need, experienced people know what they're doing, and people you can trust.
Look, for me, if you have the will to work, you have the will to learn. Because nobody comes into this world, nadie viene aprendido. Like my mom would say, nadie viene aprendido. You learn, pero tenés que enfocarte. You got to put your mind to it. Just like my dad. I didn't know how to grab a lawnmower. I didn't know where to start at any point. But I learned because he showed me. But you got to put your mind to it. And I'm thankful for both of my parents, not only their word sayings, but also their way of showing me and how I'm not going to say they were super strict, but their discipline on how to raise a child was pretty much intact. Because you ask any other family member in our family, of our cousins or any of that, the first people that they ask is us. And that speaks volume. ¿Y cómo está Jessy? ¿Cómo está Juan Carlos? ¿Cómo están? Because we're putting things into motion, And you don't got to shout it out all the time. You ain't got to blur it out all the time. Just let things fall into place, and your name will speak volumes for itself.
At the moment is Jay Gonzalez Landscaping, hiring. You talk about, learning, not an experience not being necessary, in order for you to, hire somebody, which is great to hear, because that's important for a business to be able to teach individuals who are looking to be, in the industry. Exactly. I can talk about Aeropark Towing and Auto Repair and Aeropark Auto Body. There's a lot of people there who come with no experience, and the owners are super hands-on. Props to them, with willing to teach. Willing to take their time and patience, and also they develop the right employees to be able to teach the ones who need it. So it's important. At the moment, is Jay Gonzalez Landscaping hiring?
Yes, we are. So if anybody wants to become a team member, just give me a call. Like I gave the number earlier, but if you need it again, 301-760-0056. That is my direct line. Any questions, concerns, just give me a call, and I'll be glad to situate you. If you want to join the team, just give me a call.
Tell me about your goals, upcoming goals. The year's fairly new. Talk to me about some of the things that inspire you, that you want to speak into existence. Because you guys speak positive and you guys speak things into existence at the same time.
Of course. I mean,
don't speak too much sauce though.
No, exactly. I mean, modernize the fleet. Modernize the fleet and continue to grow. Try to expand into new areas that I've never been. That's something I want to do. Expand into new areas. Hopefully, be able to branch out into Virginia. Not only Montgomery County. Try to go up further than Frederick, expand, be able to send people out and continue to do the same great work that we've always been doing. Even if I'm not there, I still want the name to speak for itself, Jay Gonzalez has the employees that really care. They treat the business like a family business, because that's a problem about these big corporations now. I'm not trying to bash no corporation or anything, but they lose the value of ownership and a family-owned business. It's quality over quantity. Quantity over quality. They want to push nothing but quantity, but the quality is not the same anymore. You forget. Once you have too much, you forget the value of quality work, which is one thing I want to avoid. So if I turn something down, it has to be something that, was never thought of, that I wouldn't touch, So I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Just like, I don't want to bring bad service or anything.
You ever see yourself owning one of those big tractors, like carving, making those big ass projects?
I mean, there was a point where we had one, but, it broke down and stuff like that, and buying one is not easy.
What's been one of the toughest jobs or projects you've done with your company?
The toughest one recently, or when my dad was, when my dad was around, or when my dad was around.
One you've seen, you're like, oof, this one's gonna be tough, but then you enjoy while doing it. And at the end, you look at what is it called? The execution, the final, they accomplished what you basically did. Like, it's a good feeling.
The toughest one I've done so far is here in Silver Spring. It was a drainage system. The lady had water going into her basement. So not only did we have to deal with getting the rainwater out to the street into a safe drainage area, but she also had the pool that when that has rainwater, and she had cracks on the concrete. And I told her, I was like, yo, you have cracks in your concrete, but I'm not no concrete guy. So I was like, but I can see every time we're here week by week mowing your lawn, the crack is moist, and that it was just me to let her know that. So we created a drainage, put some stone down. And you're pretty much, once you complete the job, of course it was dry out. You have to wait when it's raining. And you have that in the back of your head, like, damn, is the water draining out where it needs to? Because you put the drainage system, but you got to monitor it, The people think, oh, you do the job and you don't come back. No. I'll literally park my truck when it's raining outside of a customer's house. Of course, I'll give them a call. I'm not going to be no creep. I give them a call, let them know, hey, look, it's raining.
I'm over here.
Hey, like,
pulling out.
Like, hey, I'm going to be here. I want to, analyze the work, so then I can guarantee, because, of course, you're not going to have a returning customer if the work is not good. The goal is to have a repeating customer,
What do you do? Let's say you're like, I can't do concrete. Do you have any other avenues where you could go, hey, I have somebody that can help you out with this? Have you thought about, expanding yourself in that aspect? Like, when you do hit these jobs, you can bring somebody in and then at the same time earn some cut.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, there's a lot of people that my dad knew that do concrete, and they're all
numbers.
Old school. I mean, their names, they go by because all the Spanish people, they go by nicknames, you know. I don't know.
Pancho.
And yeah, they got nicknames, you know.
El Soldador.
El Soldador. Yeah, you know, they all have nicknames, you know. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure if I went, I'm not gonna go through my dad's phone, but if I asked him, hey, dame los números, he'll have it. So far, I haven't gotten to that point where somebody has asked me, like, hey, I need somebody for concrete right now or something like that. But, you know, sooner or later, there will be, you know.
No, definitely a lot of growth, a lot of avenues that you can definitely implement, you know, in the future. Because that's the goal. At the end of the day, is to grow, like you guys were talking about, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. Coming out to see you as well. See you guys work. I was able to see you guys last week, and it's beautiful work. I pulled up out of nowhere, and I saw the truck. They were getting ready to start, but at the same time, I noticed to my right that the houses there look good. I was like, dang, I mean, it's like nice. I didn't even think that he did it. He pulls up. He tells me, yo, yeah, let me show you some of the work that we've done already. I'm like, oh, you did these? So I'm like, whoa, time out. I didn't expect that. I was happy. I was happy that I was able to catch that on video. I was happy that I was able to see his work. I was able to see that there was people using him, using the service. And we talked about, we recorded a clip there, and we talked about how important it is to, you know, get those communities, you know, and grow. There's competition. Definitely don't knock nobody's hustle. If anything, work together. Any special message out there to the youngins, anybody that's looking to get a business, or anybody that's with their father right now, or with their mother, or anything that they're working with a business, they want to get their own business going. Any message out there that you want to give out?
Yeah, bro. It might be a little long, so just
no, you take your time, man. There's no time limit here, man. You take your time.
Look, the consejos that your parents give you are not. They're no son de puro gustos. Listen. We're young. Some of us are young. We want to live life. We want to party, all that. Party life is going to be there, bro. No matter how old you are, the party life is always going to be there. Use your youth, establish, save your money. Even if it's little amounts, save your money. Buy equipment, you know, because what good does it do you if you want to start a business, no matter what business? Save your money. Buy a little bit of equipment, you know, start working slowly to keep buying more. Another thing, you know, establish credits. If you don't have credits, talk to banks. You know, they like to see a person who can be financially stable. Instead of going out and spending $300 on the bottle, which I think is ridiculous. You can spend. You
better have some. You gonna have some motherfuckers like.
Hey, look! If you heard about it,
hey, if this hits your throat, you better grab it by. You better grab the world by the throat, bro.
Exactly.
It's not, hey, do your thing, boy. Ain't nobody gonna knock it, boy.
Because look, I'm gonna put a great example. If you're working paycheck to paycheck right now, I understand it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But separate your fun time and separate your personal, because we're only going to get older as time goes. And, you know, aprovechar la juventud while you can still work to grow. Because I see a lot of viejitos now. Like, I'm not trying to bash no viejitos. I love my viejitos. All love to the community of my viejitos and everybody who's older.
Oh, you're messing up the viejito listening, bro.
No. I'm not trying to go on anybody. But, you know, el que haga un consejo, like I said, you get far, you know? So save your money. Sometimes stay out of your comfort zone. You got to go out of your comfort zone, you know? And I got a quick shout out to one of my boys. His name is Nelson Amaya, who got me into the gym because I let myself go at one point, and that also helps mentally, you know? Working out on your body, and you see improvements, you know, you feel better, and we're young. We can't let ourselves go. Got to keep active. But he told me a saying that stuck to me that I never put into perspective, but it sticks in my head all the time. It's you versus you every day. When you wake up and look yourself in the mirror, or when you're brushing your teeth, who do you see in that mirror? You don't see your friends. You don't see anybody else but you. It's you versus you every day. He's like, no, if you don't put that into play, you're not going to get anywhere. And that sticks to me because it stuck to my head and it spoke to me. Like, you know, it's literally me versus me. If I don't make a change, I'm not going to get anywhere. So, wasn't trying to bash anybody, but
Nah, you don't have to apologize to nothing. Chill. Don't even feel any way. That was special. That honestly, that speaks volumes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That was needed. That was needed in this podcast. Anybody listening, we appreciate you tuning in on Solo Views. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making the time to come here and make this possible. Super excited to see what's coming. Your mentality right now is top notch, and I want you to continue to hustle, to continue to be humble, and continue to have your priorities straight. And that gym thing, keep at it. That's gonna flow. Make that your life. Make that a lifestyle. You know, there's nothing better than working on yourself. Nothing better than working on yourself every single day. Every day is a challenge. Yeah. We don't all have it all. We don't all have it perfect. You know, the more you want it, the tougher it gets. Exactly. But it gets easier because you in it. You in it. So get in it. Continue at it. I'm proud of you, man. Hey, thank you so much for being here, making it possible here on Subtle Views. Getting ready to close out. Jessy Alvarez, thank you so much. Again, shout out to Gonzalez Landscaping. Hit him up. You definitely need your lawns taken care of. You know you need it. Hit them up. Everybody's buying home nowadays. Everybody's renting or whatever. Whatever you're doing. If you're renting, it doesn't matter.
Special events, parties. You want some zigzags on your line, something exotic, hit me up. I take care of it. Tapping into my Instagram, you'll see some lines that you never seen other companies bring. So you need something exotic, let me know. 301-760-0056.
With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, Celotina's on our mic. Set of views off the air. Stop.